A group of architectural drafting students, according to their family monthly income, will be correlated to the results along their level of attitude towards computer-aided design or CAD. Their family income were categorized as below 10,000, represented as 1, 10,000 to 50,000 pesos will be represented as 2, and above 50,000 pesos will be represented as 3. Their ability were tested between 1 to 3, where 1 refers to low, 2 refers to average, and 3 refers to high level of attitude. Observation number 1 belongs to a family whose monthly income is between 10,000 to 50,000 pesos, and the level of his or her attitude is 2, which corresponds to average. Observation number 2 belongs to a family whose monthly income is above 50,000 pesos, and his or her level of attitude towards CAD is low, and so on. Our objective is there a significant correlation or association between the family monthly income and level of attitude towards CAD of the student? Our null hypothesis will be stated as there is no significant correlation or association between the family monthly income and level of attitude towards CAD of the student. We have here 100 observations. Each of these observations or students has its own level of attitude or ability towards CAD. We will copy the data and paste it in the text box of the page. The first column corresponds to the family monthly income, and the second column corresponds to the level of attitude. We will choose the two-sided so that we can be safe that the level of attitude is associated with the family monthly income and vice versa. Let's proceed to calculate results. We have 100 observations. The significance level should be set to 0.05. The Kendall-Tau correlation suggests that the computation is 0.015110. If we look at the magnitude of correlation for Kendall-Tau, it says here that if the probability value is less than positive or negative 0.10, it is very weak. If it is between positive or negative 0.10 to 0.19, it is weak. If the value is between positive or negative 0.20 to 0.29, that is moderate. And if the value is positive or negative 0.30 or above, that corresponds to strong correlation. So 0.01 is located here because it is less than 0.10. Therefore, family monthly income and level of attitude has a very weak correlation or association. To answer whether to reject or accept the null hypothesis, we'll try to verify that in terms of probability value. The computed probability value is 0.865932. As we all know, if the computed probability value is greater than 0.05, our null hypothesis is accepted. If the probability value is less than 0.05, the null hypothesis will be rejected. Since the computed probability value of our dataset is greater than 0.05, we will accept the null hypothesis. Thus, there is no significant correlation or association between the family monthly income and the level of attitude toward CAD of the students. Our data analysis is the data has been tested with Kendall tau correlation to determine the association between the family monthly income and level of attitude towards God of a student. The computed value using Kendall tau correlation is 0.015110, which suggests a very weak correlation or association between the two variables. Further analysis shows that the computed probability value based on the dataset is equal to 0.865932, which is greater than the significance level at 0.05. Therefore, the null hypothesis is accepted. Thus, there is no significant correlation or association between family monthly income and level of attitude towards God of a student. The computed probability value is 0.865932, which is less than 0.05, which indicates that there is no significant correlation or association exists in ability of architectural students towards CAD with respect to their family monthly income. From our analyzed data, we can therefore conclude that the attitude of students toward CAD is not depending on their family monthly income. Furthermore, it implies that having a high or low family monthly income does not affect the student's ability, making them to have a low or high level of attitude towards God.